Hello ladies and gentlebeards, and welcome to this edition of Flat Cap Friday. We've got another beer review for you today. This is from Vocation and Magic Rock Brewing Company. It's a collaboration. And this one, we're all going to chill because it's called Hang Loose. But before we start that, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It'll be much appreciated. Now, let's get on with the review. Hello everybody, welcome back. Like I said, we're reviewing this one today. It's a beer called Hang Loose. It's a West Coast IPA from Vocation and Magic Rock Brewery. It'll cost you £3 a can, at least it is in Tesco's. When I bought it, it was anyway. It's suitable for vegans. It's 440ml and it's at 7%. You can see it on there. Let's pop it open and give it a go. Now I will say, before I start on this one, it's a West Coast IPA, so I'm a bit like that because they are really bitter. The ones I've tried are really bitter, really dry, and some are a bit smoky in the taste, and I don't like that at all. I don't like an over bitterness and dry in the taste, but we're going to give it a go. You never know until you try it. Nice. It's unfiltered, as you can tell, so it might be a bit cloudy. There we go, as you can see in that, it's very cloudy. A sort of, well, yellowish tint to it, reddish yellow tint to it. The smell, more hops and bitterness. Let's see what it says on the can before we give it a go. Okay. Get barreled by bombs of Cascade and Centennial hops and spat out by the classic West Coast bitterness. Piney and fruity with plenty of juice. Expect gnarly swells of bodacious flavour. Well, there you go, surfer dudes. For you, whatever. Down the hatch. Yep. It's quite a strong one, like I said, 7%. I'm just letting it settle through my mouth. And I've got to say, as I said, I'm not a big fan of West Coast. This is not too bad. It is bitter. There's a strong bitterness there, but it's not too dry. Not too dry aftertaste. And there's these kind of pangs of pininess to it, and like a citrus kick to it. I have to admit, I'm doing this review not in the best of health, as you may be able to hear, but we're going to make the most of it and see what we can get from this drink. Well, it says, what did it say? Gnarly swells of bodacious flavour. I'll leave that to your interpretation, whether you think it's gnarly and full of bodacious flavour. There's strong flavour in it. In fact, I'd just say it's the West Coast bitterness that's really strong in this drink. The more I try it, the less I like it. It was okay for a few swigs, but now I'm finding it a bit. It's really bitter on the tongue, and the aftertaste. it has a hopsiness to it, but the bitterness really does start to kick in. For me, it's not doing any favours. You can see in there's lots of bits in that. Now, I'm not bothered about that so much. That just shows it's it's unfiltered. It's kind of natural. That can be a blessing for me in some drinks. And I just want to show you. I can see the sediment down here. Give it a bit of a swirl. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on in that. It looks like I've not washed my cup out or something. Or I've broke a bit of biscuit in my drink, but that's how it comes from the can. And I think that's where you're getting that kind of, there's a kind of malty taste to it. I think that's coming from that, I don't know, like a maltiness, which kind of combats the bitterness a bit. In fact, the less drink I have and the more sediment, the better it seems to be. Maybe I should have given it a bit of a swizzle before I poured it. I'm not getting it full of flavour, that's why I interpret it. It's full of different flavours to enjoy. And basically, it's just a strong bitterness and with a slight pininess to it. So it's a very strong flavour in it, yes. But I wouldn't say it's full of all kinds of different flavours. But maybe that's a bit to do with my sinuses not being too good at the minute. I don't know. It has a kind of woody heaviness to it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I won't buy it again anytime soon. That's for sure. But I think then again, maybe I was expecting a bit more against it. This is a funny one. This is one I'm citroness to it. A bit more of a summer flavour. This is a harder tasting beer. Very strong tasting. Not the alcohol content, it's 7%, so it's not too bad, but it's very strong bitterness. Now, like I said, it's a West Coast IPA, so I said at the start I expect kind of bitterness to it. So I suppose if that's your go-to, your West Coast IPAs, then it's ticking all the boxes. You'll probably like this one, give it a go. Like I say, I mean, this is only my personal opinion. I don't really want to put it down too much. I'm not a big West Coast fan. IPA West Coast fan. Anyway, I've never been to the West Coast, so I don't really know that. But as it comes in drinks and in the IPA, it's not my sort of favourite flavours. But if you do like them, then I'm sure you'll like this one because it is a strong bitterness, piney, woody texture to it. Lots going on in the drink, as you saw. Lots of bits in there, unfiltered, which is fine. It means it's not been processed to death, sort of thing. Actually, I'm just rereading the blurb on the can. Get barreled by bombs of Cascade and Centennial hops, spat out by the classic West Coast bitterness. That's actually a good description. Once you've tasted it, that makes a lot of sense. You are bombarded or barreled by the hops and the bitterness. So basically, in that sense, the tin was bang on accurate. And like I say, if you don't mind the West Coast, or if you've never even tried it, it's worth giving them a go. And this could be one for you to start off at. I have had ones which are a bit more mellow in the West Coast IPAs. Hopefully I'll do a review of a few of them in the future. But for you West Coast fans, give this a try. For me, it's not the best, but that's just my personal opinion. It's not we're all different, we all like different things. So I would still say give it a go, because you may like that sort of IPA, whereas I don't, and that's, that's good. It's got to be something for us all. So for me, I would probably not buy any more of this one anyway. There's others to go, and I don't, like I say, I don't want to put it down. I don't want Vocation or Magic Rock getting on my case, because I do like a few of their drinks. I'm going to do a different one next time. I'll stick with Magic Rock or Vocation again, I think. Next time and do another review. Hopefully it'll be more to my taste buds. But that's it for me on this one. Like I say, if you do try it, let me know what you think. And